Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Polina and this is Elemental Face Yoga. My channel is all about how to help your face age naturally and gracefully using effective facial toning exercises and massage to get your face noticeable results that last. In this video, I'm going to show you face yoga beginner exercises, which are perfect for those who are just only discovering face yoga and want to learn how to wake up their facial muscles. This video was born out of many requests from the subscribers that find it difficult to engage some face muscles because they have never actually exercised those muscles before. So here I give you several beginner-friendly exercises that will help you. They will help you firm up your face and also help you connect to the right muscles, engage them correctly, feel the muscles working, which will help build your confidence to try more advanced techniques in my other videos. Now, be prepared. These beginner exercises are still challenging because they require isolation of the very specific muscles, which means that you will need to keep other muscles relaxed and stay aware of your form and positioning throughout the video. So even if you're a pro at face yoga, you might find this set of techniques I'm going to show you a good practice and also a reminder of your form. Make sure that your face is moisturized and please have a table mirror in front of you to check your muscle activation throughout this video. Are you ready? Come and join me. Let's start by taking a deep breath in through the nose. Maybe closing the eyes, exhale out through the mouth. Now feel into your face and your facial muscles as you take another deep breath in. As you exhale out, relax all the tension in your face, in your shoulders and your neck. One more time, we're tuning in with the breath. Inhalation, nice and deep. Exhalation, soften and relax. Opening your eyes. Let's start with our first technique, which will help us to isolate the muscles of the eyes, especially the lower eyelids. We will be opening and closing the eyes without moving the eyebrows. It will teach us that control between the eye muscles working and then the forehead and the eyebrows muscles staying completely relaxed. This is used in a lot of face yoga techniques to help with strengthening the eyes or strengthening the forehead without both the eyes and the forehead engaging. So we start with this isolation work first, with your face completely relaxed. So starting to open the eyes and release them back to neutral. So this is very simple, but a lot of people, what they would do habitually is they will bring the eyebrows up to open the eyes, like I've done just now, and then see how that creates the lines here straight away. So this what happens when we're doing this unconsciously. We're now practicing this consciously, so we want to be able to open and close the eyes and express with the upper eyelids here, and also to some extent with the low eyelids as we're engaging those muscles too, without our eyebrows moving. Let's practice this 10 times now that you understand what you need to do. Open and close, open and close. So when we're closing, we're just coming back to neutral position. We don't need to close the eyes completely. Open and open. So our eyebrows staying absolutely in the same place. Now, if you feel that your eyebrows are moving, so I want you to place 2 finger pads, one on each eyebrow, and now you open and close the eyes. And then you feel now if your eyebrows are moving, obviously if they're moving, you're going to steady them down with your fingers. So no engagement in your eyebrows, no movement in your eyebrows. Lips softly closed, no pressing on the back teeth, so the rest of the face is relaxed. Good. And then slowly relax. So take a breath in and out. You might already actually find that there is some activation around the eyes. So here we practice isolating the eye movement from the eyebrow and the forehead movement. Next, we're going to isolate the eyebrows. So we're actually going to be moving the eyebrows rather than the eyes and keeping the eyes relaxed. So for this one, we need our index fingers to go on top of our eyebrows, not like extending the rest of the fingers up. And you can place your thumbs just gently there on top of your cheekbones. The thumbs are not key for us, they're just there out of the way. So now the index fingers are the key points here. So we're pressing down on the index fingers. And now we're trying to move the eyebrows, both eyebrows, up against the resistance of the fingers. And we try not to do anything with the eyes. Moving and releasing. Moving and releasing. And again, aiming to do this 10 times. Move and release, move and release. And then noticing as we're moving here, we're not really creating any lines in the forehead because our index fingers are pushing down the eyebrows. So we have that internal resistance here between our fingers and our eyebrows. So this is now starting to engage your forehead muscles. So actually strengthening your forehead and teaching you that dissociation. So we're able to lift the eyebrows up without doing anything with our eyes, without having to open the eyes super wide. Let's do 2 more times. And then we're going to relax. Good. Tap on your forehead so we can get rid of all the tension here. Just tapping with all your finger pads. Inhaling. Exhaling. Just always bringing yourself back to that breath. So we're not holding the breath as we're working. A lot of concentration required for this isolation work. We're going to release it down. Okay, next. Next, we're going to isolate the lower eyelids only. So for this one, we're going to need to have our 2 finger pads in the index and middle finger pad just at the outer edges of our eyes. Now looking straight ahead, I'm getting a little bit closer to the screen, but normally you would sit with nice and open posture here, shoulders relaxed, nice and tall spine. So let's start by just drawing the lower eyelids up and then releasing them. Again, drawing lower eyelids up and releasing them. So there is no connection anywhere else. So just doing a little pulse here with your lower eyelids. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to not move my eyebrows, not do anything with the upper lids. So just the lower eyelids. Dissociating the rest of the eyes and just focusing on the lower eyelids. Again, this technique is very, very popular in the face yoga movements, and more advanced movements use this engagement of the lower eyelids. Let's do that 2 more times. 2 more. Good. And then slowly release your hands down. Check in with your lower eyelids. You might find a little bit of activation there. This is what we're looking for, that warmth, a little bit of glow that happens as a result. And now let's do some isolation work for the upper eyelids. So we'll place our 2 finger pads now at the outer edges of the eyebrows. So they've gone onto the upper eyelids. I'm just going to do a very small, tiny lift. It's almost imperceptible, very gentle here. Now opening the eyes wide and closing. Opening the eyes wide and closing. So closing just to neutral. So we're not completely down, closing the eyes shut. So open and release, open and release. And expressing just with the upper lids and noticing how the eyebrows are staying in place. Just the upper eyelids, just the upper eyelids. And again, open, so you feel them contracting to open wide. Again, temptation here to move the eyebrows. So you're learning how not to move the eyebrows. You're learning how to isolate the muscles. So your control and precision improves. Last 2 times. Good. And relax. Let's take a breath in and out. Well done. Okay, we're ready to move on to the next technique. With our next technique, we're practicing how to pull up the mouth corners and engage our cheek muscles from a controlled position. So controlled position is a start position, which is an O shape. So we're going to create an O shape with the mouth. And with an O shape, we feel a really good pull of the cheek muscles down, really good pull here through the lower cheeks. And the thing with the O shape is not to create too many lines around the mouth. So as we create that O shape, looking for smoothness. So if there's any nasolabial folds, they will feel much smoother. So creating the O shape in the way that keeps the face fairly smooth. And now from that O shape, we're going to hold it, head in the neutral position, posture is nice and open. Now connect to your mouth corners and connect to your cheeks and pull the cheeks back towards the top of your ears into a little smile-like shape from that O shape. So it's going to look like that. And you're going to come back to that O shape. So the O shape stays and you're extending, pulling the cheeks up and then releasing the cheeks back down. And noticing how we're not overexpressing. So thing to watch out for are the eyes starting to squint. So that would be me squinting the eyes. You see how that goes into the upper cheeks. We're trying to get that work more into the midsection of the face. So keeping the under the eye muscles relaxed. If you want to, you can have 2 finger pads while you're working, have them at the mouth corners to actually give you direction. And back, and again. Last one, and relax. Well done. Let's take a breath in and out. Some of these things can be quite difficult to connect to, but I'm just encouraging you to stay with it, stay with your breathing, stay with my guidance, and then hopefully you'll find that the muscles are starting to respond. Next, we're going to work with the mouth muscle, so the circular muscle around the mouth. It connects, of course, to the lower jaw, the chin, and the neck. So this would be really good for us, again, to isolate. There's a lot of techniques in face yoga that ask you to wrap the lips in together. So this is essentially what we're going to be doing. We're going to be practicing that wrap. So we're going to wrap the lips in, and we're actually going to press the lips together for this one. Noticing how the mouth corners sometimes can be on different levels. That's okay when you wrap and you first see the one corner here, one corner here. So then you're going to even them out. What I want you to do, because we have the lines once we wrap the lips in, so we want to smooth out those lines by placing our index fingers over them once we have neutralized and brought the mouth corners at the same level. We're going to wrap the lips in and we're going to press them together, but we're going to have a tongue in between the lips. So we're going to be pressing essentially on the lips through the tongue, just like that. So as you're starting to wrap the lips in, move the tongue out and now press the top and the bottom lip into the tongue. Lift the mouth corners up a little bit, smooth out any lines around that have formed. And then hold your mouth corners at the same level. So you might need to take your hands off to recheck and reposition the hands. Hold. Keep actively pressing on the tongue. Open your posture a little bit. And now take your tongue to the right side, so slide it between the lips to the right side, towards the right mouth corner. Keep the mouth corners at the same level. Slide it back to center and slide it now very gently across to the left. Bring it back to center. And release. With releasing, taking a breath in and out. So this exercise is brilliant at working the lower part of the face, working all through the chin, working through the mouth, lifting the mouth corners up and keeping the mouth corners at the same level. It also teaches you that wrapping of the lips in and working with the tongue. There's a lot of techniques in face yoga that work with the tongue in different positions. All right, are you ready to move on? Let's do it. So our next technique is all about the neck. Again, we're going to practice working with the tongue and also holding our hand for stability and resistance over the base of the neck. So again, shoulders down, relax your posture a little bit, but keep the length in the spine. And then from here, tilt your head back. Now bring the tongue out between the lips. This time lengthen up with your chin as you try and curl the top of the tongue towards the nose. Here, you will feel a very good pull through all of the low jaw muscles, all the low face muscles, jaw muscles, and into the neck. The trick here now is to not be tensing your eyes and your forehead. As you're feeling that contraction in the low face, you're going to try and now relax your eyes and the forehead. Again, you're learning how to isolate. So the low face work that you're now strengthening and firming from the upper face that is not working. Yeah, it's staying nice and relaxed. Keep lengthening up with the chin, keep moving the tongue up and over the lip towards the nose. Then slowly bring the tongue in and then slowly bring the head back to center. Okay, release your arms, give them a little shake here, maybe roll the shoulders back a couple of times. And one more technique that I want to make you aware of is called mewing. And it's all about the tongue position that we habitually have during the day is when the tongue is loose and it's at the bottom of our palate. So tongue is a muscle, and by using this muscle effectively, we're actually able to strengthen and keep strong the lower part of the face very well. So mewing essentially is when we bring the tongue up to the upper palate and we create a little suction-like feeling, a magnetic feel of the tongue up towards the upper palate. And I want us to practice this now. So you want to start with just nice posture with the tongue relaxed. Just relax at the bottom of your palate. And then think of bringing the tongue up. And I want you to connect as much of your tongue up to the upper palate as you can. So the tip of your tongue is going to be just behind your upper teeth. You're going to have your mouth softly closed, lips softly together. So applying a little bit of pressure so it feels like you're engaging also through the back of the jaw. Try not to bite on the back teeth, so keeping it all relaxed. So you're going to feel the tongue really suctioning up towards the top. And if you were to have your hand here on your chin, notice how much more tone straight away that you have with that position of the tongue up. You're going to relax the tongue down, take a breath in, and let's do that again. So holding the hands there quite softly, you're going to bring the tongue up to the upper palate and again suction that in as much as you can, holding your lips relaxed and the back of the jaw relaxed. So immediately pulls up all this loose skin here through the jaw, the chin, and into the neck. Good, and you're going to slowly relax it down. So practicing this will be useful and will be really helpful in toning this area. The exercises I've shown you are not an exhaustive list of beginner face yoga exercises, but they're definitely a very, very good starting point. Thank you for doing this video with me, which focused on face yoga beginner-friendly exercises. I hope that you enjoyed it and that your face muscles feel a little bit more activation and connection. If you're a beginner and your muscles are not very responsive, then practicing these moves daily will develop awareness in the muscles of the eyes, the cheeks, mouth, and neck. Hopefully, very soon, you will notice that face yoga exercises become easier, they become more enjoyable, and also more effective. Please leave me a comment and a like if you enjoyed this video. And if you're not a subscriber yet, do go ahead and subscribe to my channel to receive videos every week on how to age naturally and gracefully. And if you're interested in having a personal face fitness program, I now offer online consultations plus a personalized video for you to keep to create a face toning program tailored to your face and your aging issues. Details of this can be found on my website, radiantyears.co.uk/faceyoga. Have a fantastic day today, and I'll see you very soon.